Welcome to another episode of the Life Strategies Podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Jones, and today we're diving into a topic that often goes unnoticed: the struggles faced by family caregivers. They are a silent population, suffering in silence, often feeling alone in their journey. But today, we bring their stories to the forefront, shed light on their challenges, and discuss how we can support and empower these unsung heroes. Stay tuned for a compelling conversation filled with eye-opening statistics, real-life examples, and strategies to make a difference. Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on this important episode of the Life Strategies Podcast. Today, we're shining a spotlight on family caregivers, the individuals who selflessly dedicate their lives to caring for their loved ones. It's estimated that there are over 43.5 million caregivers in the United States alone, with many more across the globe. Yet, despite their incredible contributions, they often remain invisible, silently navigating through immense challenges without the support they need. Before we delve deeper, let's take a moment to understand the scale of this issue. Did you know that 1 in 5 Americans is currently providing care for a family member or friend? That's a staggering statistics. 1 in 5 Americans. These caregivers are typically juggling multiple responsibilities, such as managing medications, coordinating doctor appointments, and providing emotional support, all while balancing their own lives. Take Jane, for instance. She is a full-time caregiver for her aging mother who has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Jane gave up her career to provide the best care possible for her mother, but she often finds herself overwhelmed, exhausted, and isolated. She rarely has time for herself, as her mother's needs are constant and demanding. Jane's story is not unique. There are countless caregivers like her, quietly sacrificing their own well-being for the sake of their loved ones. According to a recent study by the AARP, family caregivers spend an average of 24.4 hours per week providing care. That's essentially a part-time job on top of any other commitments they may have. Additionally, nearly 40% of caregivers report high levels of emotional stress, and about 60% report moderate to high levels of physical strain. These statistics highlight the immense toll caregiving takes on an individual's health and well-being. But why do family caregivers suffer in silence? One reason is the misconception that they should be able to handle everything on their own, as if it's their sole responsibility. Society often fails to recognize their needs, leaving them feeling isolated and unsupported. Additionally, many caregivers feel guilty for admitting that they're struggling. They fear being judged or seen as incapable of fulfilling their duties. Consider Mark, a husband who takes care of his wife who has a chronic illness. Mark finds himself torn between being a caregiver and a spouse. He's afraid to reach out for help because he doesn't want others to view his wife as a burden. Mark's story illustrates the complex emotions caregivers experience, a mix of love, devotion, and an overwhelming sense of duty. Shockingly, studies show that up to 70% of family caregivers experience symptoms of depression, often resulting from the chronic stress and emotional strain they face. It's time we break this cycle of silence and offer these caregivers the support they desperately need. In order to create change and support family caregivers, it's crucial that we come together as a community. We need to raise awareness, break down stigmas, and provide a platform for caregivers to connect and share their experiences. That's why I invite you to join my Life Strategies community, a safe space where caregivers can find support, resources, and a network of individuals who truly understand their journey. Research shows that caregivers who have access to support groups and communities experience lower levels of stress, improved mental well-being, and a greater sense of self-care. By joining my Life Strategies community, you'll be joining a movement to uplift and empower family caregivers, making a real difference in their lives. Together, we can break the silence surrounding family caregivers and create a more compassionate society. Join me in the Life Strategies community and let's support these unsung heroes who selflessly give their time, energy, and love to their loved ones. There'll be a link in the description for you to become a member and start making a positive impact today. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Life Strategies podcast. If you found this conversation insightful, please share it with your friends, family, and anyone who may benefit from understanding the challenges faced by family caregivers. Remember, together, we can make a difference. Join me again next time as we explore more strategies for living a fulfilling and purposeful life. Until then, take care and be kind to one another.